Hey there folks, Derek Pierce here, and in this video I wanted to follow up with the previous training. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to set up a network with a tier 1, and that way you can just kind of we can walk through it together. I'm going to be targeting this particular niche. If you remember, we looked at this ASUS promo code. This was something that we targeted or that we looked up in the first week. If we go back to the Google keyword tool, give us just a second here. Remember, we typed in ASUS promo code, ASUS coupon, and ASUS coupon code. All right, and please guys, do not compete with me on this niche, because I'm gonna just use it as a demonstration for this. I'm not even approved with this affiliate, so I'm going to try to get an approval over the next week and see what happens. I actually submitted my sites that I already have. I don't have any sites in the fashion niche, so I submitted the ones that I have, and they declined me because I didn't have relevant content for what I would be promoting. So anyway, so I'll need to set up a new blog, and this can be just like a dummy blog that will outline some fashion advice and stuff like that to make it a little bit more in line with their product. So anyway, I don't even have a affiliate set up, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and run with this, because this is a keyword we figured out, and I'll worry about getting the approval later on. Now, I wouldn't advise you to normally do that. I would normally advise you to get the approval on the affiliate, but I'm not really using this to really make money. I'm using this more to show you what you can do. So look at this. I mean, this is exact match, ASUS promo code, 27,000 searches, 8,000 searches for ASUS coupon, and it's probably about 8,000 for coupon code. So anyway, with that being said, you can see that 2012 ASUS promo code 2012 was getting 3,600 searches. What we want to do, is we want to target these promo and coupon codes that you see here. You see the word ASUS code gets 6,600. Now, the thing with this that we want to do is I was looking in their affiliate terms, and you can't have the exact match domain in your domain. So I can't go in and reserve like asus-promo-code.com, because if I did that, then there would be a chance that if I use that in my promotions, then there would be a chance that they could not pay me the affiliate commissions. So what I would want to do in this case, since that is the scenario that we're looking at, what I would want to do instead is to find an age domain that can be used for this particular niche. Now, what I could do is I could use these ASUS promo codes in my URL to give my site a boost. So these could, if I could find some with this ASUS promo code, or register some as ASUS promo and ASUS coupon codes, what I could do is I could register those sites and set up sites on them and use those as my tier 1 and tier 2 sites. So that way it would give Google enough to say, hey, this is what this site is about, and link to my age domain. But I wouldn't want the actual affiliate campaign that would actually be making money from. I wouldn't want it in my domain. So I hope that makes sense to you. We're just trying to keep that from the person that's running the campaign, from them knowing it, because otherwise they could keep from paying us commission if that's the case. So what we want to do is we want to start out here in Register Compass, and we want to, first of all, what I would type in is I would type in my keyword like promo or promo codes, and then I would use the .com, .net, and .org because this is part of this keyword. So promo or promo code is our primary one. So what we want to do is just type that in right there. .com, .net, and .org is what we want to search for. We'll click Find Domains, and this is going to start the search. And you'll see there's 2,800 domains. So I'm going to click on this. So what I want to do, the first thing that I want to do is I want to go to the auction, and I want to filter out the ones that is not an offer. And I want to click apply, and let's see where this takes us to. So that gets rid of 500 domains or so. What I want to do then is I want to use the sort template. I'm going to use the oldest first, and that'll sort the oldest sites to be in the columns here first. I'm not as worried. I mean, I want PageRank if at all possible, but right now we're looking for a money site that has the word promo in it and that we can use to kind of brand and just see what's out there. So you can see right here, hugepromo.com. This would be a good one, but it's 10 days. I'm wanting something a little sooner, so I'm going to what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set this, since we're looking primarily for age, I'm going to look for the buy nows. And what we'll look in these, and we'll just see what's there and kind of go from there. So you see you got bampromos.com. You could buy this one for $5, okay? So I'm going to look at this. This is something that would be a good brandable name. And I'm going to type that in and click search links into Ahrefs and see what's out there. So you see this one's got a few backlinks, 241. Now, if we look at this thing, I'm going to go ahead and add this to my monitored list so I don't forget it. So this is a buy it now, and 1 hour 29 minutes left. Okay, and then I had already done a couple searches earlier, so I've highlighted a couple of these that you'll see throughout here. But bampromos.com, let's look and see where it's linking. So you see 241. Let me go back to the overview. 241. It's got from 8 IPs or 8 domains. And it looks like they're all site-wide links. So I'm going to see what the anchors are, and let's take a look at that. So small business and advertising, BAM promos, small business advertising, store, Triple T promotions, and visit. Okay, so this is not anything that's got anything nasty or vulgar or anything like that. It's not got a lot of backlinks, but these are probably not going to be bad links, because let's just look and see where they're coming from by clicking on the referral. So you got this nightsout.org, and again, if this pops up something that's vulgar or whatever, I apologize. I'm just doing this in real time. You'll see this is an actual PR5 site that appears to be linking to this one we're looking at. So let me see if we can find this. I'm going to go edit, and then I'm going to go find to see if I can find our site. So BAM promos is this right here. Okay. All right, so that you got a link automatically right here from a PR5, right? Not bad. This is what I'm talking about when you're finding these domains that are undervalued. I mean, like this one is $5 and it's got a PR5 link. You know, it doesn't have any PR. I don't think it does. I didn't even check that. Yeah, no BAM promos has no PR. So, but it's got a link from a PR5. And this is in the closeout section of the domain. Actually, this is one that I just did a search. We'll look at the closeouts here in just a second. So this was the search that I did with promo in it, and this is one of the first ones that popped up. And I just clicked on the buy it now. I sorted out by buy it now. Sometimes I will do this, sometimes I don't. I'll usually what I go in here and do is filter out the ones that are not an offer, because any of the ones that are just make an offer, those are a waste of time. So let's go in here and let's see what this is. Where network. So this looks like some sort of directory or something right here. And let's see what the, no PR on the site. Not a bad link though. Apparelfashion.info. Another directory type listing. Not a bad link there either. So, you know, these right here are falling in line because these are, it's got links coming from fashion, so that's going to be even more in line with our site. So what I'm going to do, let me X off of this other window here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually buy this. So you just click that little icon, and this is going to, I'm going to click place bid, and give this just a second here and take a look. So you'll see this is part of the closeouts. So I'm going to, let's look at this again before I buy it, because I want you to see why I'm buying it. Number one, the age, 2001 is when this thing was created. All right, so this thing's 12 years old. All right, it's got our keyword in the domain, like the promo keyword, right? This can be rethemed for what we're wanting to do. So this will be a good site to use as a money site for this ASUS promo code. We can retheme this to match that. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this. I'm going to pause the video at this point and buy it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I just finished buying that domain, so that cost me just a tad under $14. And we've got an age domain, and it doesn't have PR, but it is an age domain, and it's 12 years old. It's got our one of our keywords in it, and this is something that we can retheme, and it's got some decent backlinks from sites that, this is coming. These are backlinks coming from like apparel and fashion sites, so that's even better. So let's take a look at some of these other ones here to use now as kind of a tier 1. So let's look at this one right here. This one actually is showing a PR3, right? And it's showing that it's $9 as the buy it now. So let's just look at this one, and let's just copy that and plug it into good old Ahrefs here and see what's there. Again, you can use Majestic if you want, or some of the other programs. You can see this has got one backlink, one referring domain, so let's just see what this is, and new era publications.eu. So let's just look and see if this page has got any PR at all. No PR. This is just like a directory listing almost. So nothing bad, So if you look at the anchors, it's F&B promotions, branded merchandise. So this will be one that I will pick up as well, just because it's 2002 in age, and it's a PR3. The one thing about it though is this PR3 is not justified in our anchor in our links. So the links do not justify the PR3. So I wouldn't pay a lot of money for this site, but I would pay $9 for it. Okay, so it goes back to that risk-reward thing that I was talking about before. So this would be something that I would pick up, because it's like there's very little risk in it. So $9, and then so less than $20, and I've got a PR3 at least until Google updates the until they update the next page rank. That could be, that could be any time, but between now and then, what I can do is I can, do a couple of submissions for with article directories. I can do some blog comments and things like that to give this thing to help keep the PR, or to give it a PR boost. So when they do refresh, then maybe our PR will stick. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to buy this one too. Okay, so I just bought that domain. So these are so bampromos.com is going to be the money site, and we'll have to put all this in a spreadsheet so we can keep up with this. So then we got fanbpromotions.com, and that's another good brandable domain. This one I may use this one as the money site and use this one. I don't know how I'm going to do it, so we'll figure it out. We'll put it all into a spreadsheet for you to follow along. So those are some good names right here. So you got let's keep looking and see what else we can come up with. I don't want to spend just $5,000 or anything crazy on these domains. One thing I like about these is they're cheap, and it's very little risk involved whenever you're talking about spending $5 or $10 on a domain. You've got age on your side, and if you've got some PR, then that's great too, and you can try to build up the PR between now and the next time Google refreshes to maybe you can actually keep some of the page rank. Something else too we'll look at is just some generic type stuff that we can we'll look in the auctions here in just a little bit to see if we can find something that we can rebrand as well. So we've got a couple of more things that we want to look at here. All these are like super high. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter out the buy it now price for less than $50. So I'm going to add and apply that, and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, so you can see we got this Fan B Promotions. We've already bought this one. We've already bought BAM. Right, here's another good one, goforitpromotions.com. It's $10, 2006 age domain. So this has got some authority and some domain authority and SEO Moz. So I'm just going to pull this one up and see what kind of anchor text it's got. And this one, this is another good one that we can use to rebrand. 482 backlinks. Look at that. Coming from 40 different sites. Let's look at the so you got 358 coming from non-site-wide links. So let's look at the anchor text. So you see there's some there's actually some pages on this one. So let's look in all these look okay. Like you've got this one, Get Your X Back. Looks like somebody was trying to maybe rank for that. I don't know. See what this comes up. Okay, they were trying to rank for like Get Your X Bag, but they did a poor job of it because that's a more competitive niche. So this would be something that I would not hesitate at all to buy. So let's just I want to make sure this is indexed in Google too. Yeah, it's still indexed. So again, $10, not that big of a risk. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. So let's go ahead and place the bid. I'm gonna pause the video while I do it. For some reason, this one's already closed. I don't know what's going on with that. So just gonna X out of that real quick. And I've already bought these, so let's see why that's. Well, now this is showing up in my cart. That's weird. I'm gonna check out here and see if I can see if I can actually buy this thing. Let me pause the video again. All right, so we're back, and looks like I checked that one out too. So I bought these 3 domains so far, and I'm gonna just keep looking for some more. Here's another one, KGB Promotions 2007. This is another age domain. You know, at this point, we could. I want to see if I can find some more with some PR now, because I've got some age on my side now. So I want to try to mix in some good page rank, and it could be less about the keyword at this point, because we've got a couple of sites with our keyword in it. So I really would like to get some PR if at all possible. All right, here's one PR1 2011. I really would like to get something that's, well, I guess it's 2013. I guess that's 2 years old. That's not terrible. Let's just look and see what kind of backlinks this thing's got. A PR1's not really that good, but you know. Not a bad one, but I'd like to get some stuff with some higher page rank if at all possible. Nothing wrong with that one. It's just we've already got a couple. Promogravy.com. That would be kind of a good brandable name there. I'm gonna filter out ones that are PR3 and higher, and that way we can. So there's no PR3s in this list. So let's see, 2. Okay, Promote by Storm. It's a PR3. This is a 2012. Let's look and see what the backlinks look like and see if it's got some links to it. If it does, this might be something we want to look at. One thing, the domain authority, if you look at the domain authority, it's not registering, so that kind of throws up a red flag to say, hey, maybe this thing doesn't have any links, and you can see it doesn't. So typically this SEO Moz domain authority is a good read of what the page rank should be around. So this is a good ranking factor typically. Not a ranking factor, but a good page rank factor. So if you see that this has a really high number right here, then that's a good chance that it's got some backlinks and it's got some, that the PR is what it's reflecting over here. So anyway, let's go to let's do some just general searches. So we bought 3 domains so far. We've spent less than 50 or $60. So I'm going to go to GoDaddy closeouts at this point, and I'm going to filter by page rank and just see what comes up. So let's look here. I'm just going to do page rank of, has to be valid, it has to be over a PR3, and I'm going to click add and apply, and then we'll sort the age out too, and we'll see what's here. And so we got the buy it now. We've got the price as being less than $14, I guess. I don't know why I did that. let's set this at less than 50. That may have been because I did the closeouts. I don't know. Let's see. Let's filter the age. So you know these 2012s, it's PR4 showing here for $8. You know for a fact that whenever Google does its refresher for the update, you know for a fact that some of these are gonna drop, especially with no backlinks. But you know, with some of these with age, at least you've got age on your side, is what I'm looking at. So right here, this PR, this is a PR4 scr.tech.us. This doesn't have a whole lot of domain authority, but I'm just going to look at the links and see what we have here. And it's a .us. That doesn't really matter since we're using it for more of a blog network. You got one backlink, not a great deal, depending on where this link's coming from. Let's see what this. Yeah, this is. This link will get clobbered. Not the link won't get clobbered, but the PR stands a good chance of getting clobbered when Google does a new update. You can also sort these by links. So look at this one right here, this FTC-E-test. Let's put this one in Hrefs and see what we come up with on this one. This is showing no links. For whatever reason, it was showing 24 here. Let's click on that and see what we come up with. Whatever reason, my tab here is not working now. It's crazy. So let's see if we can find view page source. So it looks like this was all coming from some test type sites here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where these links. Well, I'm not saying these links are coming from here. Let's look at a couple more. I don't know. So I'll keep looking. Probably this might not be a bad one to look at. I mean, it's only $11, not that big of a deal. Here's one, elitescreen.net. Let's see what this one has. No backlinks. So typically with the closeouts, and we filter it like this, this is where you're going to find the ones that are like have page rank, but maybe doesn't have the links to justify it. So you know, that's been what I found, and so you can get these like a buy it now really cheap. So, but when you buy these, you want to go ahead and start building some links to these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going through these and just, you know, look around and see what I can find, And what I want to do too is I want to go and get some like real authority sites, so like that are already built in. So like this, just go to Google PageRank auctions, and if there's any way I can look at some of these and see if I can find something that's actually got PageRank, got links, and got age, then we may have to spend a little bit more money on those particular domains. Then that's what I want to do, and look and see if I can find something. And what I'll do is I'll look over the next couple of days and try to find some domains, and I'll put them in the what I'm going to do is create a spreadsheet, and we'll just follow this niche and this market along. But again, please do not put up a bunch of sites for this or anything weird like that. I want to show you, and just with this class, and just show you what we can do by setting up this blog network, and see how quick we can get to the how quick we can get to the first page, and what we can do to how I'm setting this whole thing up. So again, this is not something I'm really going to be looking at monetizing, but more or less just to show a demonstration purposes of what we're going to be doing here. So anyway, Derek Pierce here, and I will see you in the next video. All right, I decided to come back and just show you what I did here with the with some of these searches, and I wanted to clear up what I was talking about whenever I said in the previous clip that we wanted to look for some that had some real strong PR and some backlinks and some age. What I was referring to is one that we won't have to worry about the page rank dropping. So I want to just be sure that we're crystal clear on that. And typically what you can do is just go to this and register Compass as you go to either GoDaddy PageRank auctions or GoDaddy backlinks greater than 25. So typically that's what will do it. And it's going to pull up, when you pull up these auction domains like this Google PageRank auctions, this right here, when you pull this up, it's going to pull up the Namejet pre-releases as well as the GoDaddy releases. So I found a few here that I'm looking at that are under the pre-release, like this one right here, this divedorset.com. Okay, this expires in 11 hours and 18 minutes. It's $69 as the bid price, and it is a PR3, and this looks legitimate. I mean, it's a 2000. This domain was bought in the year, or created in the year 2000. It's got a 31 SEO Moz domain authority, so this looks pretty accurate for what the actual PR is going to be. So what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to bid on it. So let me X off of these Namejet tabs here. So what happens is, if this comes up, and I'll show you what we're looking at here, I'll place bid. What happens on this particular one, you'll see that there's $69 to back order. You'll see there's no bids. Okay, if there's a bunch of bids on here, then what will happen is it will go into like, if nobody bids on this thing, then I'll be able to get this for $69 plus the fee or whatever, right? But if there's a bunch of back orders on this particular domain, then what will happen is then there will be a private auction for like 3 days, and then you're bidding against other people. So I've got a few of those going on right now. So anyway, but what you do is you just keep digging through here and try to find something. And what I did on my parameters, I put the auction expiration as 24 hours. I put the Google PageRank has got to be greater than 2, and prefer, again, the age is a big factor, but I would prefer to have something that would make sense with our domain. So like something that we could retheme. So like, let's just say, for example, this moremobility.com, right? If we pick this up, we might title our site as more coupons or more promo codes, and title it as that. And so that way that there's a tie-in with the actual domain name. So we'll get more into that when we're looking at, but I'm just letting you know that's kind of my mindset is, I want to try to have something that we can tie in if at all possible. So let's just I'm going to keep looking here for some domains. Let me go back to page 1 and see what we had, if we had anything there. So I've got those 3 domains bought. I've got one that I've bid that's a pre-release. I would like to get a minimum of 5 if at all possible. So I should say 5 sites, 5 buffer sites to support, or 5 tier 1 sites to support my one money site. So 6 domains total. So I'm looking at, needing to pick up, another 3 if at all possible with this particular strategy. So, and for some of your niches, I mean, you'll be able to use your blog networks and just build a blog network and be able to rank. But for, some of the more competitive ones that, kind of getting stuck by, you really do need to add these buffer sites, because it'll really do a number for your rankings. So let's see here. So you got like this. You got this Techno Rebels. This one sticks out too. $69. This is the pre-release PR3. It's got a domain authority of 32, created in 99. This is a good looking site. So just on the onset. So what I'm going to do is click here to place bid. And while we're doing that, I'm going to pull this up in Ahrefs. Just see what we're looking at. Always investigate the backlinks. Look at them, and so you see this got 595 links coming from 71 IPs. So you got about half and half site-wide versus non-site-wide links. So then we look at the anchors. We'll see what's linking to them. Techno Rebels, Dan Sicko. So nothing bad or anything like that. This is just normal type stuff, right? And you look at the referring domains, Blogspot. I mean, this looks fine. So I would want to look too and see the pages. I want to see how many pages this thing has. So you'll see there's 95 results. So not too bad there. So I would bid on this one right here. You'll see this has got 0 bids too. So if we could pick this one up, and that other one I just showed you, then that would be good. So you see this one right here. Here's a Digitals. It's a GoDaddy auction. 1 hour left. Bid price is $75. There's 5 bids on it. This might be something I would want to watch, but I want to keep. I probably want to keep looking for something and see if I can get like a PR4 or PR5 for a decent price. Here's another pre-release, Media Architect. You could title that Media Promo Codes, or Promo Codes Architect is what you could title the site as. Let's look and see what this one. No bids on this one either, so let's look at this. All right, so it's 185 backlinks, 4 IPs, and 5 domains. So let's look at the referring pages. And this one looks like it's coming from foreign websites. This would be something I would pass on. I would pass on this one. And I mean, we looked at the backlinks and look at the SEO Moz authority is like 19, so that's about accurate. I mean, that doesn't look like a PR5, right? So let's keep looking here. datacatch.com. we could title this one if we pick this one up. This could be catch promo codes or promo codes catch or something along those lines. That would be an easy tie-in as well. Trying to find something where the domain authority is matching or pretty close to matching the PR. That's got a decent age on it too. This is one I had monitoring, disappearing-computer.net. This may have been one I bid on already. Let's look at this one. You see this has got, yeah, I've got this one on back order. So this one's got 18 bids. So what'll happen is when this is all said and done, since there's the 18 bids, you'll see that this domain is going to have a private auction at that point. So just letting you know that. So here's another one, BeninDaily.com. This is a PR3. Let's look and see what this looks like. 169 backlinks from 46 domains. African news. Okay. So Benin Daily. Something else too is when you're buying these domains, like you're gonna run across like stuff that people that unintentionally let go, and you can actually make money from it. So like, I know a guy that made 20 grand off of buying somebody's name, and like they just let it expire by accident, and he snatched it, and anyway. Long story short, he told them they could have it for $20,000, and they paid it because it was that important to them. So you probably can make a full-time living just by sitting here watching these domains go down. So here's a oxymoronica. I don't know what that is, but this is $306. A little more than what I'm wanting to spend for this one, but I mean, I would buy it. It's a PR5 if it's legitimate. Let's look and see what we got here. Lots of backlinks, lots of referring domains, good mixture of site-wide versus not site-wide links. Look at the referring domains. This looks like they've got a site-wide link from Pointmeister Blogspot. So what was the domain again? It was oxymoronica. Again, I apologize for any inappropriate stuff that may be on here. I have no idea. Oh my God, this is getting worse by the minute. Okay, we're going to stop the video at this point, and we're going to X out off of this one, and I'll restart the video. Alright, I'm back, and I'm glad that I did not have the camera turned on my face on this video series, because that one actually probably would have gotten away with me a little bit. There was some old, flappy, nasty looking women on here that was didn't have any clothes on, so kind of freaked me out here on camera, so kind of got away with me a little bit. So anyway, that being said, I guess this is like some sort of I don't know what kind of blogs these are, but I didn't realize Blogspot would let you do that. But anyway, what we're trying to do is we're trying to you got contributors here. This, let's see here. I was wanting to find this oxymoronica. We recommend these sites just to see if this is something. Right here, oxymoronica. This is where this link is coming from. So you got a PR2. It was referred to on this other side as well, which was this Pointmeister. I think was a PR4 or a PR5. Looks like a lot of Blogspot blogs. Let's look at the top pages, see how many pages there are. This looks like a legitimate site that could be something we could be interested in. The only downside is, again, is this one's $306. This may not be something you want to buy, for what you're looking for. This would be something I would be willing to plug into my blog network. So $306 would get me a PR5. PR5s have so much authority and so much power. So I'm going to add this one to my monitor list, and there's an hour left on this one. So what'll be interesting to see is what this one ends up going for at auction, because I bet that this will go for a little bit more. The only thing that concerns me is like this, it's a domain authority of 32, so there may be a chance that this one, the PR could drop on it or whatever a little bit. But I mean, it does have lots of backlinks, and it looks like they're quality backlinks too, even though they may have some nasty nudies on some of the sites or whatever. Let's see here. Yeah, 280 domains. I wouldn't worry about this one. This one looks like it's fine to be willing to buy that one. The question is, would you be willing to pay $306 or more, because this will probably go up? The answer is yes. I'd be willing to pay it for a PR5, a legitimate PR5. It goes back to that risk-reward deal. If you're spending several $100s on a domain, a PR5 will give you so much authority, so much juice, versus a like a PR1. And this one has got the authority because, I mean, we're looking at the backlinks, 3,300 backlinks. That's a lot of authority in the eyes of Google. So let's keep looking here. You've got, this is another pre-release, PR4. I'm just going to keep looking here. So I feel like this will be the best way to show you what I'm doing, and it's just a build one for an example, and that way you can see it from the ground up, So I mean, look at all these PR3s, PR5s. So here's a PR5, meetings at Duke.com. This is a pre-release. Bid price 124. Let's see how many bids there are on this one, and see what kind of activity's going on with it. So this has got 2 bids, so it's already 124. Again, this one that'll go to a private auction once that's done, because there's more than one bidder. Celtic Publications. It's a PR4. No bids on this one, so let's look at this one and see what's going on with it. I would like to get a couple that we could pick up. And on this one, if you were to pick this one up, you could it's Celtic Publications. You could title it Celtic Promo Code Publications. You know, that could be the tie-in. 44 backlinks, 20 coming from 22 different domains. Let's look at the anchors. Anchors look good. Celtic Tattoo Designs. See the referring domains. That's why it's a PR4. You've got a link from a PR7 site right here. So look at this. You see you got several links from this PR7 site. Another PR7 site, okay? So even though it's not on the home page, it's in the inner workings. Maybe that's this. I guess that's the same site. Let's look right here at this one. PR5 site, and this is on the actual page that this is linking from. So this is the site is called Celtic Publications. So let's look and see what. Right here, Celtic Publications. All right, so this is a PR5. This would be something that I would buy. The home page is a PR6. So this would be something that I'm going to actually put in a back order on. This is a PR4. And the domain authority looks really, the referring domains that's linking to it looks good. So we got this one under back order. And let's go in here and let's keep looking. Here's this ftce-test.com again. So again, I'm going to wrap this video up, but you kind of get the idea of what we're looking at. I'm going to see where these domains fall, if we end up getting bid out or what ends up happening with them. And then I'm going to I may buy a couple more, but I'll keep you posted as to what I bought and why I bought it. And then we'll just start building these sites out from the ground up, and that way you can kind of take a look and see what I'm doing and kind of go from there. So anyway, I'm really ending the video this time, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, Derek Pierce here, and in this video I wanted to walk you through on some of the domains, and you're basically gonna be looking over my shoulder as we set these few sites up. So I had to wait a few days for the domains to clear whenever you bid on a closeout or buy a closeout, or if you bid on an auction, then obviously you have to wait on the auction to end, but then there's a few days that's kind of lagged that you have to wait on everything to clear up and the domain to actually be issued to you. Now, what I've done is I've taken these domains and I've added them to a folder, and I would encourage you to do the same on all of your sites. You can basically, whenever you're looking at all of your domains, you can check check these, and then you can click organize, and you can copy these to a folder, and that way you can keep all of your campaigns separate. So I just titled this one as the SEO Bl1Ck domains folder, so that way you can just keep all of your promotions and everything all in one loop, and you can label these as, hey, these are going to be the tier 1 sites, and these are going to be part of my blog network, or however you want to do it. In this case, I just put these 3 together. So what we're going to set this up as is, again, we're going to create this one as, we're going to set this one up as our money site, and these are going to be our part of our tier 1. And let me just show you these. Let's look at these again here. These were some age domains that we bought, and I don't think any of them had page rank of this set. I know one of the other ones that I purchased through Namejet did. Well, now wait a minute. The thing funny about this is when GoDaddy redirects, it's like it redirects it so you can't see. So this one was actually a PR3. So let me go back here to the domain manager. And then we got this one right here, go for promotions. And these were all closeouts. And if you recall, I don't believe any of these had a lot of backlinks. So it's kind of like one of those things where the backlinks didn't really justify the page rank on some of these. So anyway, what I want to do is obviously build some links to these along the way to so that way when Google does an update, then I won't be hit with a drop in page rank. Now, looking at these though, the one good thing about all of them is the age. All these was several years old. So anyway, we're going to start off here with this BAM promos. So what I want to do right off the bat is I want to go to fake name generator. If you just Google that, it'll be the first one to show up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click a random person, right, and click generate, and you'll see it gives us this address here. So this is one of the first things that I want to do. I just want to copy this name in here, and then I'm going to go to my domain manager, and I'm going to check this one right here, and I'm going to go to edit all of my contact information. So when we scroll down here, you'll see right here, you'll see this button that says edit all, okay? So I'm going to click edit all. Bear with me, guys. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, so got a sore throat. So what we're going to do is we're just going to type this in here. And we're going to certify that this is who the registrant is. And again, I've never had any issues with doing this. You can register these in whosever name you want, so it doesn't. From what I gather, I've never had any issues. So one thing I like about doing it this way, as opposed to putting in a bunch of sites that have the private registration. Sometimes it's hard to talk and do this and follow along. The one thing I like about this over the private registration is, number one, it saves you money, obviously. But the next thing is it looks completely more random than what it would be if you had private registration on all of them. That just doesn't look natural. So then I'm going to change the phone number in here. And you just want to be sure to keep up with this, keep your registration and everything up, because if they try calling this number or whatever, So what I do is I grab whatever the domain is. So in this one, BAM Promos, I just put my email address in as support@bampromos.com or info or mail@bampromos.com. And what you can do is, if you want to, most of the time I don't even do this, but if you want to be sure to get all your emails from GoDaddy, you can set up a forwarder on your domain. But again, I typically don't worry about that. I just GoDaddy will always try to call and maybe sell you something else or whatever. So I just always try to make sure that my domains are live and they're renewed on time and everything. So again, all I'm going to do is click OK, and this will take it just a few minutes for this to go through. And once we do that, then what we want to do is we want to edit our host summary, which is right here. So give this just a second here, and what we're going to do, I'm going to pause the video real quick, and I'm going to pull up our name server information. Give me just a second. All right, here is the name server information, and what we're going to do is we're going to go in and add these hosts. So all you have to do is just click add, and what we're going to do is we're going to copy this first one here, this one first IP address. So this is copy, and this all comes in your details when you sign up for Host9 or whatever hosting service you're using. So I'm going to paste this in here like that, and I'm going to click OK. And then we're going to click OK again, and then we're going to add the next one. This takes a little bit of time just because you have to wait for the processing to go through for the first one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to copy the second one right now. Click add, and we're going to name it ns2.bam promos, and we're going to paste that IP in there. Click OK. Then we're going to type in ns3, and we're going to grab this third IP address right here, and we're going to paste this in right here. Okay, so then we're going to click OK. So what this has done is this has registered these host names, our names. It's registered our name servers. So now once this is registered, what we have to do then is go in and point the name servers to our new host that we just set up. So all we have to do here, this is going to take a little bit of time to update. So what we want to do is, while we're waiting here, is go ahead and set up the cPanel account in Host9. So I'm going to pause the video, log in, and I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see here, I just clicked on the create a new account, and all we have to do is just type in our domain name. In this case, it was this bampromos.com. So we're just going to type this in, bampromos.com, and we're going to come up with a username, bpromos1, and then I'm going to type in my email address and a password. All right, and this is really important that you get this right here, okay? So the first site, if you're using Host9, if you're using, like SEO hosting or something like that, then just pick one of the first, IPs that you're given and plug it in there. So this first one, we're going to pick this US Central site, okay? So this very first one, we're going to do US Central, and then I want to install the Bl1Ck 2. That's another package that I have. And then I want to be sure the software install is WordPress blog. So I'm going to click create account, and I'm going to pause the video real quick. Alright, so it created our account, and what I had to do was click on the little cPanel access, and so this opened up a new window for this bampromos.com, as you can see right here. And what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to just install WordPress. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this quick install. They changed this stuff so much. And all the different hostings are different. So it's right here. Just look for the WordPress emblem. This one's Soft Delicious. The other host that I use is Quick Install. So either one that you're using, whatever, just look for the WordPress. So this one right here, you want to delete this directory right here. You don't want this to be in the directory of WP. And you want to pay special close attention to this right here. We're going to have this a different site name. So what we want to do is our main keyword, if you look back on it, it was ASUS promo code, okay? So what we want to do is type in ASUS promo code, and then in the site description, I want to tie it in with my domain name. So ASUS promo codes by BAM. Okay, and so let's look at this. So BAM promos. So you see it. It's got a tie into it. So ASUS promo codes by BAM, and then what we want to do is we want to have our username as ASUS promo code, and then I'm going to type in my password here, so give me just a second. Okay, so you see this was successfully installed. So now that we've done this, all we have to do is go back to the domain manager and now set our name servers. So what I typically do is just copy this domain right here like this, and then I'm going to click set name servers. And you want to select that you have your own specific name servers, and we're just going to type in ns1 dot, and then I'm going to paste my domain name. Same thing here, except we're going to type in ns2 dot, paste the domain name. It should be a 2, not a @ symbol. And then we're going to type this in ns3 dot domain name, and then we're going to click OK. So now once this is done, you're finished setting up the site. So this is got our home page set up, and what we can do from this point is we have to wait for the name servers to find our hosting account. So we're kind of in limbo right now. So now what I want you to do is we want to do this same process over the next couple of domains that we had in our list. So give me just a second. I'm going to pause the video and go back to our list here. Okay, you see we've got these 3 sites again here, and you see this one's got pending update. So this one is on its way finding the host and everything. So while we're waiting on this one, what we want to do is turn around and do the same exact process on this FanDB promotions. All right, so this is going to be part of our tier 1 site, and what we want to do with this one is the same process, but what we need to do is generate a different name. So we'll just go back here to the name generator, the fake name generator, click generate, and you'll see this will generate an all different name, different address, different phone number, and we want to plug that in back in. We want to plug this in right here, okay? So that'll be what we do. We do the same process with our name servers. You'll see right here, we just repeat the entire process over again. The only thing that we want to do differently this time around is in our cPanel account, or our web host account, when we're adding our account, we want to choose a different server location. So I'm going to log back in, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so in this one, we will, after we get all that set up, we'll put in fandbpromotions.com, and we type in our username, and then on the location, instead of it being US Central, we want to go with the next one in line, Berkshire. And what this is going to do, the reason this is important is this is going to give us a different IP address, a completely different IP, so we can link to our money site. Okay, and then in the next one, this third domain that we had, the Go For It Promotions, whatever that one was. What we want to do on it is when we install it, we want to select the location as US West. Okay, so it's important that you get this right, that you set these up. And then we want to install WordPress. We want to have a little bit of different variation on our title and our descriptions. So I'll go into those here in just a little bit in the next video. So anyway, this is setting up our sites. So go ahead, and if you've bought some sites already, I'm hoping that this kind of clears things up and helps you along the way with setting up the network appropriately. So I'll see you in the next video. And I did press the record button just now, so we are official now, I guess you could say. So what I'm going to be doing this week, and I told you a little bit about what we're working on, was this ASUS promo codes. So what I'm going to do is, can you guys see my screen okay? Okay. So you got this one. This is going to be like one of my tier 1 sites for this ASUS promo codes. You got fan DB promotions, and then you got this BAM promos. The main thing when we're looking at these, when we're looking for these age domains, when we're looking at building out a site like a network like this and having a tier one, the main thing you want to try to get is if you can get something relative to your keyword. It doesn't have to have a keyword in it, but if you can just get something that's relative, then that's a step in the right direction. So in this one, BAM promos, I felt like it would be a good fit for it. So, one thing about these companies, a lot of these companies like this ASUS, if you look in like their affiliate terms, they don't want you having their registered trademark name in your actual domain name. So it actually is better by getting an age domain anyway, and you'll find that you can do a lot with it in terms of ranking. So we're gonna push this and see what we can do with it. But have you guys bought any domains? Been looking at any domains? What's happening, Reggie? I bought several this past week. I bought a lot on the pre-release, the namejet through Register Compass. And basically, the way that works, I didn't really go into it a whole lot in the videos, but I'll explain it. The way it works is the most of the pre-releases start out at a $69 bid. If you're the only one that bids on these at $69, then you get it for the $69. If you bid on it and then there's other people that bid on it too, well, then it goes to this private auction. And so it's you and whoever bids on it and then gets the opportunity to bid on it, and whoever wins the highest bid over several day period. I think it's like 3 days on most of them. Whoever wins the high bid on that actually wins the auction. So there's there's a lot of domains that's expiring. So there's no shortage of these right now. So you will, if you do find a good domain, you will pay a little bit more for it, but it will be worth it in the long run when you consider the power you're going to have by having this blog network that you can drop links on at will. Joe, I started looking at the video. I just I hadn't had a chance to like really do what I wanted to do, just like sit down and look at it. I had the issues with PayPal that I had to overcome. I had the launch that we had to go through, and then this cold. Like literally, there were several days that I just, I'd worked from the computer, but I didn't get out of bed. I just was eating soup and stuff. Today's the first day that I've actually ate like real food in a week. So I had lamb chops. So. Scott, what are you? You said, where is this? What is this? What are you referring to? It's Register Compass is what I'm using. You can use expired domains too, expireddomains.net. You can use this service as well. This is a free one, and if you if you're wanting to use it, but I use this service called Register Compass, and it's just a lot easier to use, and it has a lot more features to it as well. One thing I like about this, let me pause my screen here real quick and show you this real quick. Okay, this is Register Compass right here. The cool thing about this is like you got these auction domains, and so you can see you got like the GoDaddy closeouts. These are ones that you can pick up fairly cheap. You can find some sites that have some PR with them, like PR3 or PR2 for very little money. But in a lot of these cases, they don't have like the backlinks to justify them. So in those cases, you stand a chance of losing the page rank, but you can still find them where the price is kind of low. So in these cases, what you do is you want to build backlinks to them. So by the time Google does their next update, then you'll want to be sure to have some backlinks to it to kind of justify for the PR for the page rank, so it won't drop. That's the way I look at the closeouts. Then you got the ones that's got the Google backlinks, that's greater than 25, and then you could do the Google PageRank, which is the PageRank auctions. That what they do is they filter out PR4 and higher, and then you got this NameJet pre-release, which those have sites that have PR as well. So what we're looking for again on these things when we're searching for a age domain, we want number one, age is a priority, PageRank is a priority, and backlinks are a priority. I would rather have a lower PageRank and have age and have some backlinks to justify what PageRank is there, as I had one that's got like a really high PageRank but no backlinks. So backlinks are what is the driver for PageRank. So you want to be sure that it's going to be justifiable. I'll show you something real quick if I can find this domain that I was looking at yesterday. Let me see here. These are some of the ones that I marked for us to look at. Let's see here. There was one. I guess it's already expired, but there was one that I was looking at here that was called. I want to show you this real quick it was leftcoastoutlook.com. And this was a PR5 site when this auction went down. And let me just show you this real quick. This is somebody that didn't know what the heck they were doing when they set this thing up. So you click search links, and you can see it's got a lot of backlinks, close to 7,000. 46 referring domains, so it doesn't look that bad. It's got a lot of site-wide links. So I want to look at the anchors. I want to see what anchor text that's pointing to it, see what it is. And so I would expect, Left Coast Outlook, I would expect that to be normal, right? So Left Coast Outlook looks fine. But then you look and you see got all these other anchor text, acai berries, best way to lose weight for men, diabetic meal plans, vegetarian plan. I mean, you got all kinds of dieting stuff. So it looks like what somebody tried doing was they took this domain and bought it as an age domain. And if you look back on the Wayback Machine, and if you get a registration with this registered compass, it will show you a lot of this data. Let me show you this real quick. All under one roof kind of thing, so you don't have to search and all that stuff. So I had to pause my screen here for a second. Can you guys see it now? So anyway, this left coast Outlook was a PR5, right? So I'm looking at it and I'm seeing all these, weird anchor text, right? And I'm looking at the bulk of the anchor text is coming from two domains. So what I do is I click right here, and you'll see you got this one that's economistview.toppad.com. So I'll click on it, and this is it's got a blog roll top link in it. So it's a site-wide link that's on here, and you'll see this economist view is a page rank of 7. So this is the driver. This is what's driving this left coast outlook's PR5. And I know this says it's a PR0. It's because it's got this question mark NR equals 2, because this is GoDaddy's landing page when you have a domain that expires and it's going through the whole auction process. So that's why it's done that way. If I take that off and I hit enter again, you'll see that it'll go to a PR5 right before it redirects. So you'll see it goes PR5 right there, and then it's going to redirect to that NR equals 2. So that's the reason why that's done that way. Anyway, so this is why this is ranking a PR5. If you look at all these other anchor texts, they're all for acai berries. So one thing you can do is, and this is what I do, I want to look at the site when I see something like this, like that I'm interested in. I want to look and see what the site looked like before, I'm looking at it. And one of the prerequisites that we have, obviously, is it's got to be indexed in Google, which in this service, Register Compass, it's Google indexed. Let me see where it's at. It's one of these columns here. Right here. So this needs to be at least a 1 or greater. Okay. So then what we want to do is we want to look at the archive. This archive is the Wayback Machine. And so like this domain right here, the 028bn.com, whatever that is, it's got 3 archived pages. So I just click on it and it'll take me to the Wayback Machine so I can actually look and see what the site looked like. So anyway, I was looking at this site right here, this Left Coast Outlook, and I was really thinking about buying this, even though it had all the acai berry links and all that stuff. I was seriously considering it because it was like $200, and I didn't think that was a bad deal. That was a cheap deal, honestly, for a PR5. But I was thinking, well, it's kind of a toss-up because you've only got this one domain that's driving it, this economistView.toppad. If this person sees what the site has turned into, they could remove their link. So I got to looking at it in the Wayback Machine, and this person, what they did was they bought this domain and they didn't know what they were doing. So I'll just show you what they did. They set this site up with like a landing page for acai berries. So you'll see this is just like a regular old landing page for this acai berry extract, and they were trying to rank for that. So this is something you don't want to do. You want to, if you were buying this domain, you would, number one, you'd want to put it on WordPress, and you would want to get, as much of the original content. If you're going to make it a part of your blog, you want to get as many of the URLs that was previously on there. You want to get them back up as soon as possible, and you want to get some content out there to it. You don't want to just slap up a landing page. That's not going to do you any good at all. So when we look at 2011, you're going to see that this used to be a political type website. So let me see here if I can find it. It's all the way 2010. I had to go back and look. So you see this site has been like all over the board, right? I mean, it's had everything, every kind of, just been one thing after another. So initially it was this, it was a Left Coast Outlook, was a political site. If we go back far enough, we'll find it. I'm not sure how far back we got to go, but let's see here if I can dig this up for you. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Back 2009, 2010 time frame, it was a left winged political site. Then it turned into this real estate site. Then it turned into this Asaya Berry website, and then it was going to auction again. So the only thing this really had on its side was the age factor, number one, and the page rank. And the page rank was only being the only driver was this one link from the site, this economist view .toppad. So what's going to happen if this person ever drops this link? Chances are the page rank is going to go down. So anyway, I passed on this one. I would have looked at it if it would have been, a low price, but it was $215, and the auction still lacked a day on it. So I was thinking like probably by the time it's all said and done, it's gonna get bid up. So anyway, this was one that I was looking at. I wanted to show you because I think we talked about before. When you're looking at these, you want to be sure to look at the anchor text of what's pointing to it. I don't care as much when I'm buying for like my blog network or my tier one site. I'm not as concerned about it, but I just want to know kind of what I'm getting into. And if I'm going to spend several $100s on something, then I want to be sure that my that it's got the links are going to justify the page rank. Does that make sense to everybody here on the call? That the links are what justifies the page rank. Okay, Scott is there any way to search for general old content like dog health, wine, other than just searching in the Wayback Machine? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Vision, this is what we're talking about. This whole thing is about how to build our own network so we can control our own backlinks, and we build backlinks through the network. We build backlinks through doing press releases. We we get backlinks from doing like article submissions through like Magic Submitter, submit your article, top stuff. So have you been able to go through any of the previous trainings? Scott, could you elaborate a little bit more? Is there any training on PDF sharing? What you're referring to on that? Vision, I think what you're this course is more about like building your own blog network, and that's going to be that's the primary thing that we're going to be building is building your own network of tier one and your blog network of sites so you can use those for backlinks to your money site. So we're going to continue to build into that. Like in the previous weeks, what I showed was this was going to be our money site for this keyword, and then we bought these age domains. This is one of them, and here was another one. This Techno Rebels. We're going to build these out to use as our backlinks. In addition to that, this week I'm going to get the content set up. I hired the content off of iWriter. I just hadn't had a chance to put it in there yet because I've been sick and everything else. But I'm gonna plug these sites with the content, and then I'm gonna start a Magic Submitter submission, probably for like a 30-day campaign, and I'm going to do a submit your article submission for a 60-day campaign. So submit your articles. Basically, what it does, it's a large directory of article submission sites. It's like $67 a month, and you can drip your content out to it. That's usually that and Magic Submit, or what I use for my, I guess you could call it lower level links, to where like the Web 2.0 and article directories.
these links that we're building here through the age domains and our blog network, these are higher authority, higher PR sites. That's what's really going to drive our sites to the top. You need a mixture of both, but this is what's going to be like the, give you the push to get to page one and to the top of page one. How you doing, John? Yeah, Scott, if you're doing like PDF sharing type stuff, I would definitely include a link, like at least a naked URL link in those PDF sharing. And when I say a naked URL, I just mean like something like www.yourdomain.com, something like that. Include that in your PDFs. David, when I mean naked, that just basically means like uh, http www.yourdomain.com instead of having like an anchor text in it. So, like, let me just log into one of these accounts here. I've got this account saved. So I'm so bad at HTML, guys, that I have to open up the WordPress editor. I can't remember the code for HTML. So this is this is when I'm saying, like, you want to link using just a naked URL. This is one with anchor text. Okay, this is with anchor text. Having like your domain linked with a with a name. So what you want to do, you want to be sure your anchor text is right. If there's anything that you take away from what we're doing here, anchor text is probably the number one penalty that you'll see. So you want to be sure to keep your anchor text somewhere around 20% of your primary keyword, and you want to mix up your keywords too, because like let's just say the best way to mix these up. Let me just take you to Google here. And this is one of the examples that I did for one of the videos that I did recently. We did a Indianapolis limousine site. So if you type in Indianapolis limo and you go down here to the very bottom, you're going to see searches related to Indianapolis limo. This right here is a good examples of LSI keywords or synonyms that are related to like Indianapolis limo. So you got Indianapolis limo rates, limo bus rental, Indianapolis limo lot tour, limo bus, service airport. These all need to be mixed in with your anchor text. And if you go to the Google keyword tool, you'll be able to get some more of those. But you want your primary keyword to be about 20% is what I'm finding, between 20 and 25% of your anchor text. And then you want to have, the other broken down into, you want to have the other broken down into having some generalized keywords. So like in this case, if you're using limos, you'll want, 20% being anchor text, and then you'll have some general type keywords, meaning about another 20% of your keywords. And then you want to have another 10 to 20% of your keywords being like just general type keywords like click here, watch this, read this. And then you want the other, you want around 30 to 40% being your it being like naked URLs, which is like just linking to your domain name. And when you link to your domain name, you want to do it in these following ways. You want to do it like yourdomain.com. You want to do it yourdomain.com. I think that's it. So you've got like seven variations right here of just naked links. So that way it's just completely varies it up, because not there, if you're getting links naturally, nobody's going to link to your site the same way. Some people are going to link it with the HTTP in it. Some people are going to link it without it. Some people are going to link it with the www in there. Some of them are going to link without it. Some of them include this slash at the end. So you need to just add as much variation as you possibly can. Dave asked, for lead gen sites for roofers, can you list the names of cities and zip codes that the roofer is targeting for their business, or would that be seen as keyword stuffing? I would, I would do the cities, and I would just mix it up some. I would just have some variation to it. So, like if you're looking at Nashville, let's just look at Nashville roofing. If you come down here, you got Nashville roofing contractors, Nashville roofing company reviews, best roofers in Nashville. These are the main keywords that I would be targeting if this was my primary keyword. And then I would mix some of the cities up like you're talking about, and would link to them through that way as well. It's not going to hurt at all. No, SEO, the syndication plugin will not spin content to the Snap plugin from NextScripts. But what you can use it for is you can use that to drip out content to like Facebook and Twitter, places that like the Web 2.0 sites that have like just real short content and like status posts. So you can do that to YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, and it shouldn't matter. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. And that's the Snap plugin is for those of you that don't know what it is, what we're talking about here, let me go to this. Excuse me, guys. I'm still got a little bit of a cough, but I'm a lot better. But I know I'm don't mean to cough in your ear or anything weird like that. This is the plugin we're talking about here. This is called Snap, and it's actually part of the Page One plugin 2.0. And what it does is it'll automatically post across Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, Tumblr. I think Delicious is one of them. There's several of the networks that it will actually post to. Dave, for the doc sharing sites, the only things that I use is what comes with Magic Submitter. I'm looking more for automation. That's what this whole thing's about, is automating as much as possible. So, you know, I want to spend my time looking for, you know, good quality age domains to where I can add them as part of my network. And these Web 2.0 sites, I'm using Magic Submitter to do all the submissions for it. I'm going to try to do a Magic Submitter video training by the end of the course, because a lot of people ask me about that. Cool. So the main thing you want to use these Magic Submitter tools for is, like, let's say we're using the limo example again, right? What you want to do, you know, kind of the same thing you're doing with the blog network. You want to create multiple profiles. So, like, let's just say, here's what I'm doing with Magic Submitter. I'll just show you on this nifty little tool here. I'm using Social Monkey a little bit, not much. I don't do video submissions with Magic Submitter. I'm just doing the primarily. I'm doing the RSS, using the RSS tools, but I'm just doing it as part of the campaign wizard. So, like, here's the way it works. Let's say we're trying to rank for limo, right? You know, whatever, like Nashville limo or Indianapolis limo. That was our example, wasn't it? All right, so we're trying to rank for Indianapolis limo. What I would do is create a bunch of Magic Submitter profiles for, like, travel guy, you know, transportation dude. And what I would do is I would create like 5 different profiles. So when you get Magic Submitter, it's got like all these accounts, like, you know, you've got like all these article directories. I'm sorry. You get all these article directories, Web 2.0 sites, blog sites like WordPress.com, all these different third-party sites. So I would get like these, set these accounts up on all these sites for, like, transportation dude, you know, article, and I would create these articles around transportation, travel, anything related to Indianapolis limo. I'd also create them on, like, automotive. So, like, it might be like, I might have one named Automotive Guru or something like that. And so what I'm doing is I'm creating my own little network here within Magic Submitter on Web 2.0 sites that I can keep going back to. So I'm not having to always create new stuff every time I get a campaign. So I'm creating this network. And so, like, if I'm ranking at an Indianapolis limo site, well, what if I want to rank then a Nashville limo site? It fits with these other sites, these Web 2.0 sites that I've got set up with Magic Submitter. Does that make sense to everybody? So I'm building my own little network in with Magic Submitter, and I want to keep going back to it all the time, and I want to keep adding to it, you know. So like I'll create like these generalized categories like these, and I will link to my my money sites and my tier one sites from Magic Submitter. Does that make sense? Cool. So we got these going on. We've got our blog networks going on where we're buying these age domains, and we just keep adding to it, you know. And so that's the whole process, and just keep adding to it and adding to it. Now, initially, you know, if you're limited on funds, you know, you may be limited on as far as what you buy. Focus on getting one site up and getting it rented or getting it sold, and start making some money from the site, and then go and branch out from there. And I would focus on targeting something that's not as competitive, especially if it's your first go around. Just like we talked about in the first one of the first videos, where the rule of 50. If you can find something that's less competitive, then go for that and get your feet wet and negotiate. If you're doing local, negotiate a deal out. And that way you get your feet wet and you get some money coming in, and you can just turn around and dump that money back into buying even more domains. So plan for this week, again, I'm going to be uploading the content for this tier one and our money sites, and hopefully I'll completely get over my cold. We are going to extend this training for a couple more weeks, considering I've been under the weather for the last week, and you guys haven't gotten everything that you need. I haven't given you everything that I could give. That I intended on giving for the third and fourth week. So I'm going to make that up to you, and as soon as I get 100%, we'll get all the videos and stuff up in the members area. So I apologize again, but this was completely unexpected. I certainly didn't intend on getting sick. I haven't been sick in probably close to 2 years, and so this was kind of put a real damper on what I had planned on doing. But anyway, you got to do what you got to do. So, Reggie, what were you wanting me to cover? It cut it off right there. It just says, "Great, could you cover the?" And then it's just blank. Darren, you're talking about Social Monkey. I use it very little because, I'll stretch a campaign out on it, but I don't focus on using that all the time. Like, that's not my go-to thing. Like, my go-to thing is my blogs. Anytime I want to get ranked for anything, that's the most powerful way of doing it. I'm telling you guys, it freaking works. If you get this thing set up, you'll be able to rank for very competitive stuff if you want to. This is what does it. It may cost you a little bit more in terms of buying age domains, but you got to look at it in terms of it's like buying real estate. If you buy real estate, what do you want to buy? You want to buy good income producing properties. So this is no different. You want to invest your money, and you want it to be something that's going to pay you over the long term. And so if you do the work now, then you can reap the rewards later. This is going to be something that you can continue to grow with and rank sites for years to come. That's what my goal is I want to just build these assets up, and just continuously milk them for the next 6, 12, 24 months. Yeah, Reggie, the tier two and tier three is really not a whole lot of. I mean, that's where we're. I'll cover it when we're talking about this. I mainly what I basically I've got is I've got like I'll have like a generalized blog network, and if you guys wanted to start out with that, you could, and you're going to rank for stuff, right? So, but each niche that I buy into, each market that I'm going to go after, I'll set up what I call a tier one, and it's basically like a set of buffer sites. So like 5 to 10 sites that are buffer sites, and that tier one is what I'm using that really gives it the boost. And so then I'll use my blog network to link to all of them. I'll link to my money site and I'll link to my tier one as well. And I'm a lot more aggressive linking to the tier one than I am the money site. Dave is asking a question about Purchase Pop 2.0. I think the training covers most of this. No, it doesn't. This goes in a lot more detail in terms of what we're doing with blog networks. It's nowhere near the same. Joe asked, "Do you need a real high PR? Or will aged 1 to 3 PR domains do the trick?" It depends on how competitive the niche is. Scott, does Alex teach something similar? Gotcha. It works. It does work. I've been doing this for a long time, guys. I did take a break about a year ago when all the panda and penguin stuff hit. But you know, I've been doing this for a really long time. Yeah, Reggie, I'll be more aggressive with the first tier through the first, second, and third tiers is what I'm more aggressive. Mainly, well, my second and third tiers, a lot of that is created through like my Magic Submitter submissions because you can do those through the campaign wizard. Like you can set it up to where you've got your money site, and then it'll just automate. It's pretty automatic where you say, okay, I've got the money site here. Then I want to link to the money site with blogs. Then the blogs get a link from, you know, uh, press release sites, article directory sites, and you could just stack it. I mean, you can go like I think it's like 16 or 17 tiers deep if you wanted to within Magic Submitter. It's pretty extensive. Joe, I've not specifically tested that, but that's something worth looking into. I do know. I feel like getting a link from say a PR, 5, 6, or 7 is worth a lot more than getting a link from 1,000 PR1s. I know that for a fact. But when it comes to like comparing like 3 PR2s to 1 PR4, I don't know specifically, but I do know when you start getting like a link from a PR5, 6, or 7, it's worth way more than than like a bunch of PR1s or PR2s for that matter. I've tested that extensively. Scott, the register compass is $37, and then Magic Submitter I think 67, and then I use another tool, Submit Your Article, for 67 as well. That you don't have to use these. I mean, there's other stuff out there that's free, like this expired domain site is a free service. It's you don't have to spend that. Um, Using like Submit Your Article, I use it mainly just to get some variation in my anchor text and to just drip some articles out there. But you don't have to do that. You could just pick one of the things. Like you could use Magic Submitter to do that very thing too. A lot of it's going to depend on your competition too. A lot of the markets that you may want to go after, you're not going to need all these tools. You'll be able to do it with a small blog network. Yeah, Joe. The Joe asked, "Have you noticed the PR5 sites are going almost double what they were going for a few months ago?" The reason is because people see how much how much more valuable they are. A couple of years ago, I mean, it was even cheaper than that. You could get a PR4, PR5 for not a whole lot amount of, not very much money at all. Now you're talking about several $100s. So um, it's in demand, and it depends on like how many pages there are in the site and how old the site is and everything else. Because I've seen some go for thousands of dollars. Um, but yeah, it's becoming a lot more competitive in the bidding marketplace because the there's people starting to see the value in the age domains. That'll let you know that it's worth getting these because you got such demand for them. Dave, um, I don't favor edu. I mean, I think it's good to get a mixed, but I don't like say favor edu and .gov links. I know some people do, but I don't. I don't get that. I've tested that, and um, I believe it's important to have a variation. More about what I'm about is getting variation of of your anchor text, variation of what kind of links you're getting, that sort of stuff. Yep, PR5 sites for $69 2 years ago. Yep. Dave, if you're looking for the best source for age domains, it's either expireddomains.net or Register Compass. Dave, have you watched the training videos and the Black Ops? The reason I ask is I go. No, that's fine. That's fine. I knew you were saying something about, you were asking if this was the same as the Page One program, and the reason I was saying that is because I go through like buying aged domains for like your money site versus buying them for your blog networks. Pretty good detail. So if you get a chance to go through that, it's definitely worth it. So what's hell no, Reggie? Oh, okay. Yeah, if you go back through and watch these, it goes pretty in detail about and like if you go back and watch the keyword research, that third video that I do on keyword research, um, that's something I'm not sharing with anybody else but this group. It's very powerful. And something else too, I'm really considering changing business models. I'm not for sure that I'm going to do that yet. I don't know that I'm going to offer this training again, like what we're doing here. I'm seriously considering upping the price on it and doing something completely different. So anyway, you guys got in like at a good time. But what I was getting at is that third video. If you watch it, there's some really good material on finding like really under the radar domain or keywords. And then like if you go to the next video series, I show you how to find these age domains for buying for networks as well as for buying for your money site. So it's pretty in depth. I don't know of anybody else that's really teaching exactly the way and what exactly I'm teaching here. There may be some different concepts and ideas that are similar, but I've not seen anything like this. So here's the deal. I'm going to do the best that I can on getting these videos up in the members area by this weekend. Please bear with me. I've been on the horn here for an hour. My voice is almost gone again. So just bear with me. Please be patient with me. I'm doing all I can. I've done everything from drinking all kinds of honey and lime juice and anything else that I could get my hands on that people have recommended for me to do. And I've been medicated the last week trying to get rid of this. So I will do the best that I can to get these up in the members area this weekend. So look for those, and then we'll be back on schedule next week with our weekly webinars and bring some questions to the table. I would love to help you guys out the best way that I possibly can. Vision, please go through the videos and also hit me up. What I emailed you, hit me at that email, and I'll explain some things to you privately, and we'll kind of go from there. So I think this will wrap this up. Hey, thanks everybody, Scott. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here, and thanks everybody for being patient with me, and thanks for being part of this program. I know by the end of this, it's all going to come together, and you're going to really dig it. So anyway, I'm going to sign off here and talk to you guys next week.
Hey folks, Harry Pierce here, and in this video I wanted to show you a resource for getting content really cheap. It's called iWriter.com, and you can get articles for just a few bucks, and this is something that you can get really fast. Literally, you plug in what your order is today, and then within a day or so you'll have some articles come back. So right now we're in the process of waiting on some of these age domains that we've bought in our previous video, and so we're waiting for those to clear up and for us to actually be able to access those domains. And so while we're at it, I wanted to go ahead and get some articles in the pipeline for our keyword. If you remember, our keyword is ASUS coupon is the primary keyword. So if we look here, we got ASUS coupon, we got actually I think it was ASUS promo code. You got ASUS discount code, ASUS coupon code. All these are relative to what we're doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here to iWriter. And if you don't have an iWriter account, then I would encourage you to get one. Or you can hire someone off of Odesk or somewhere like that to write these articles. But I like this service, and the reason I like it so well is because you can come in here and you can request some articles, and if you don't like what you've got, then you basically can decline them and ask for more articles from other people. So anyway, all you have to do is you just have to come in here and you go to get content at the very top right there, and then what you want to do is you want to select your project type. You want to have articles written, you want to give them a description. So we're just going to type in articles for ASUS coupon. this description is mainly for us, so it doesn't really matter. So then we're going to pick our category. We want to pick clothing if they have it, or fashion right here. Here's fashion. And on this first one, I want to pick a 700 to 1,000 word article. And the reason we want to pick this is because on our home page, we're going to set it to be as a static home page. And so we want something that's really beefy and really has a lot of content. So I want to stick with somewhere between 700 and 1,000 words. And so I'm gonna leave that at 1,000. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to a premium, and this is going to be, I'm going to set this to be 1050 is the minimum per project. You can get an elite writer and it's 1850, but I'm going to stick with the premium. And so what we're going to do is make this to be, just say, $11 per article. So the minimum is 1050. I just set it at 11. So then we're going to enter our keyword, and it was ASUS promo code was the primary keyword. And so the total project cost will cost us $11. You want to be sure to enter in what the article purpose. This is a home page for a review site detailing the latest ASUS coupon codes. Okay, so special instructions, I always just put in here like article must be original. No spun garbage content. Must pass Copyscape. Okay, so once I've done that, then I click Submit Project. I click OK, and then we wait for our article to get, sent back to us. So next thing what we do is we go back here to get content again, and then what we want to do is we want to have more articles written, and this is ASUS coupon codes post articles. And what these are going to be for our post. That previous one was strictly for the it was strictly for the home page. So on this one, when we're just doing just a post, the article length, we set this to be 500. We set this to be fashion, and then what we want to do is set this to basic writers instead of premium. And we'll want to put in our keyword ASUS promo codes. So you'll see this is $3 an article. So we're up to $9 for 3 articles. Let's look at some more for some more keywords here that we could have written on. So I'm just going to do ASUS fashion. So this is going to run us $12. This will be a good start. This will give us a home page and then four other articles that we can use. So this will be, like I said, this will be a good start. So I want to just do article purpose is going to be post about ASUS clothing line. Tell you what, I'm going to add some more. I'm going to add some more keywords here too, so we can just get more. So we can get more articles. Okay, so this will be good. So post about Ace's clothing line and promo codes for the company. Same thing I put here is what I put last time. The content must be original. No spun garbage. Click submit project, and then what we'll do is we will wait. So at this point we have ordered 7 articles to be for our post, and then we have 1 article that is ordered for the home page. So this will be a good start for us. So we've got the articles ordered. Hadn't spent a lot of money. You got looking at $11 on the home page article, and then you're looking at $20 roughly to get started with the just the regular post. And these will turn out to be decent articles. I mean, these won't be the greatest articles in the world, but they're not gonna suck either. So anyway, I will stop the video now, and then I will come back when we get these articles in play, and when we start setting up our new websites. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video.